Topping today's news, approval for increase in gas retailer profit margins. Prime Minister promises cheaper, more reliable electricity. 2 men accused of the country's 85th murder arraigned in court, and the historic Reinhardt Hotel crumbles to the ground. Luckily, no one gets hurt. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jarino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News, and it is a pleasure to have you join us. Seemingly just in time to avoid a protest by gas retailers that could have been embarrassing for the government on their return to Parliament following the summer break, Prime Minister Philip Davis announced Monday night that the government has reached an agreement with petroleum retailers to increase their profit margins on gas and diesel.
Increasing the margin both for gasoline and gas and diesel. Well, it's like 25 cents on gasoline and 15 cents on diesel. We finally got a resolve, and the time is now right for us to do what we're doing, because it will not have the kind of negative impact on the Bahamian people that it would have had if we'd done it sooner.
According to Prime Minister Davis, the petroleum retailers will get a 25-cent increase on their gas per gallon and a 15-cent increase on diesel. Meantime, the Bahamas petroleum retailers, they are celebrating today as their 3-year mission has been accomplished. Gas station owners Peter Roker and Bernard Porky Dorset expressed their satisfaction and gratitude following the Prime Minister's announcement on the approved increases on their profit margins. While in Rawson Square today, Mr. Roker had this to say.
Today, we can safely say that they have listened. We're not here to be angry. We're not here to be belligerent. And we can sincerely say that we congratulate our government of this country, and we also congratulate all of the other petroleum retailers in the country, including the marinas, especially the family islands who have been very supportive of this movement. And the other thing, we guarantee the public we will move forward for their.
Gas retailers have been requesting a 25-cent increase per gallon on gas, 15% or 15 cents rather on diesel, but the government was reluctant to give that approval. Bernard Porky Dorset, owner of Porky's gas station on East Street South, explained how it would affect the consumers.
People are smiling, but there's still work to be done. And we appreciate tomorrow there will be no protest in Rawson Square. Okay, we're here to tell you that. There will be no closures, because I'm hearing rumors all over the place of who's not going to be there, who's going to be there. That will not happen. Business as usual. Everybody go back to work, do what they have to do. And again, we say an overwhelming thank you to the Bahamian public.
Mr. Dorset said consumers will hardly feel this minimum increase in their pockets.
The public really wouldn't feel the load of this. It's like a bag of peanut at the end of the day. You know, it's about, what, $3, maybe $3 a week. But I'm saying $3 a week at $5.45, not $3 a week at $7.
So, just for clarity, yes, you're saying that consumers could expect like an additional $3 per week?
It's about $3. No, it's 25 cents, so it'll be about $2.50 a week.
If you were to go to the gas pumps today, Rubis is selling at $5.45 per gallon, Esso $5.35 per gallon, Shell trading at $5.60 per gallon of gas. Asked his opinion on the government's finally improving or approving the profit margins for the increase in petroleum for retailers, leader of the official opposition, Michael Pintard, said it had been a long time overdue and that the Davis administration has basically been kicking the can down the road. He said although the opposition is happy for the gas station owners, he believes the Prime Minister made the decision to avoid an even bigger fallout from another important sector that is in support of the gas station owners.
This government is panicked. And so when the government realized that members from the marina community, by the way, who are doing probably worse than they've ever done in the history of the country, because persons have gone south because of the taxes introduced by this administration. Once they realized that the marinas were also going to join petroleum dealers and be downtown, the Prime Minister, in his typical knee-jerk fashion, announced the increase. Now, what would be interesting to see if whether or not he's going to saddle all of it on the Bahamian people, or he's going to rethink his position and the government takes a cut. I believe money is better off in the hands of residents and the private sector.
Pintard was critical of the government for continuing to blame the Free National Movement for things they could have addressed in their first 3 years in office. And finally, in this segment, Prime Minister Philip Davis is confident his administration will overcome the historic challenges faced by Bahamas Power and Light and begin to provide reliable, more affordable electricity for the foreseeable future, with improvements to the electricity grid and the introduction of solar power. He admitted there was a hiccup and electricity bills were not lowered as much as expected in July and August. But now that those challenges have been resolved, consumers should see a reduction in the coming months.
We are on the way to delivering to the Bahamian people that which we promised. And we promised that, yes, you will have affordable, reliable electricity in due course. There was a hit in the bill for July and August, but that's now been corrected. I invite them to look at what is coming for their September bills, and we'll see where those savings will be coming. And we intend to continue lowering the cost of electricity to the whole Bahamas. Electricity has been the elephant in our room for many, many years. It has hampered growth. The electricity bill is almost akin to someone's electricity, to their mortgage, and the time has come for us to make sure that there's distance between those expenses to our Bahamian people. We have addressed it, and we'll be seeing the fruits of our efforts over the last year. You should see it this month, continuing for quite a while.
The Prime Minister also promised that BPL will put an end to spending millions of dollars each year renting generators during the summer months.
Identified the challenge we have been having is that BPL has been renting generators over the past 6-7 years, really eliminating the rental of generators. And we are now bringing in generators that will be using LNG, gas. Will be having as part of the mix what they call utility solar to continue to lower the cost, and we'll be seeing that not years from now. We'll be seeing work starting in respect to the solar within the next several weeks, several months.
The Prime Minister was speaking while a guest on ZNES's new talk show, The Rundown, with host Clint Watson. You're watching JCN News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.